Yo, what up NBA fans and Raptors basketball fans? This is Ali from Jurassics and Basketball Zone. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Support us and show us some love so that we can continue to bring you that dope NBA content. And with that being said, let's move on to why Japanese sensation Yuta Watanabe is going to be a problem. Watanabe was born in Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan on October 13, 1994, and he grew up in Miki, Kagawa. Watanabe's family has a long basketball history. Kumi, his mother, was a member of the Chanson V Magic and the Japanese national women's team. His father was a professional hockey player with Kumagai Gumi Bruins. It's kind of like a Japanese version of the Boston Bruins. And Yuki Watanabe, Watanabe's sister, was a member of the Aisin AW Wings. Watanabe's favorite NBA team and athlete as a kid was the Los Angeles Lakers, and his favorite athlete was Kobe Bryant. So it was cool to see how his whole family was into sports, into professional sports at that. He was the first Japanese-born student athlete to receive an NCAA Division I basketball scholarship while playing college basketball for the George Washington Colonials in the United States. In 2018, he was named the Atlantic 10 Defensive Player of the Year. He also played for the Japan national team, where he helped them earn the bronze medal at the 2013 East Asian Basketball Championship. So he is a winner in basketball. Watanabe played for the Brooklyn Nets in the 2018 NBA Summer League after going undrafted in the 2018 NBA Draft. Following that, he signed a two-way contract with the Memphis Grizzlies and their affiliate in the G League, the Memphis Hustle. Watanabe made his NBA debut on October 27, 2018, scoring 2 points and grabbing 2 rebounds off the bench in a 117-96 win over the Phoenix Suns. After Yuta Tabuse, who debuted with the Phoenix Suns in 2004, Yuta Watanabe became the second Japanese player to play in the NBA ever. By the time November 27, 2020 rolled around, Yuta Watanabe finally had signed an Exhibit 10 deal with the Toronto Raptors, and this enabled him to join the preseason roster, after which point Yuta never looked back and was eventually signed to be part of the Raptors' long-term future. The Toronto Raptors are undoubtedly excited about the prospect of introducing a new and improved Yuta Watanabe to the NBA. But an injury suffered during the preseason has prevented him from making his debut. It was a calf strain that was untimely. He was having a good preseason, and once that happened, Toronto had to have Svi Mihailuk fill the Yuta void, which he did honorably. Svi has had quite a few good games, and he's been solid throughout, shooting efficiently, except for his last game, but he's been a great fill-in for the role that Yuta was supposed to be filling. Yuta Watanabe is a prototypical Nick Nurse bench player, by the way. He's a defensive-minded, no-quit, hustle machine who does so much of one thing, and that's defense, that you can excuse the things he doesn't do at the level you would like him to. Yes, and that is a long way of saying, or a long-winded way of saying, he's an excellent defender. But the true mystery of Yuta lays in what could come next. Watanabe has a grand total of 3 NBA seasons under his belt, and as for much as last season counts for anything, it surely doesn't count for much at all. Yuta hasn't quite had the full NBA experience just yet. He rode the pine over 23 games in 2 seasons with the Memphis Grizzlies, where he showed enough tenacity for the Toronto Raptors for them to sign him. After his contract was converted, Watanabe showed signs of an offensive game. Yuta had some decisiveness off the bounce and the occasional will to let it fly from 3. But he was eventually consigned to the offense's quick swing role. And that was fine for a newish player who was still finding his feet and his minutes. The real question is, though, how much of an opportunity Yuta will actually get. Following a strong preseason, Watanabe suffered a calf strain, once again, that was previously thought to be mild. But somehow it has now progressed to the point where he is still missing time 10 games into the season. Now Yuta will find himself re-entering the fray with a bit of a hill to climb with a hungry bench unit, because Svi Mihailuk has been playing really well. So Yuta's going to have to come in and have an effect right away and be ready to go right away to replace that Svi production. Otherwise, he'll be splitting minutes with him and he won't get the opportunity that he was supposed to have in Svi's role. Maybe they'll split it honorably. Let's see what happens. In terms of points added on offense and points lost on defense per possession, Mihailuk, I would say he's a mediocre player. So losing a shooter of his quality, it may be difficult for us to digest given how well he's been shooting this year. But given the fact that Watanabe improved as a shooter last season and in the offseason, he actually hit 40% of his three-point attempts last season. We don't need to be too concerned about losing Mihailuk's shooting efficiency as long as Watanabe, and I know for sure he can pick up from where he left off last year, if not improve on it, even though it's hard to improve on 40% three-point shooting. But Watanabe isn't going to be a game changer by any means, and he shouldn't be expected to be. I'm saying game changer is in like a superstar coming in. If the Raptors are confident in his development as a shooter and perimeter defender, they should offer him the role of Mihailuk and lessen Mihailuk's minutes, especially once Yuta has proven himself. I'm assuming with what will be a little bit of a minutes restriction when he comes in, if he can be good in those minutes, if he can adapt to the system quickly, and if he can be a part of the rotation effectively right off the bat, then I would see him taking over for where Mihailuk has been playing for the majority of those minutes. He's just too good defensively to pass up on that opportunity, and he can shoot just as well as Mihailuk as well. The choice will become further simpler if Yuta focuses on his ability to create off the dribble. And another thing is that Yuta did practice a lot with his dribbling and ball handling, and also shooting off the dribble and creating shots off the dribble throughout the offseason. If you take a look at Yuta's Summer League workout and gameplay tapes, he was giving everyone problems in full game scrimmages, and that's with NBA players, knocking down 3 after 3 off the dribble and catch and shoot as well as displaying his improved handle. And of course, his defense has always stood out, so that was also present. Now, especially considering his great size and length, he definitely looked like an improved version of himself during those summer videos, and he was giving everybody on that court problems. It's a shame he went down with that calf strain during the preseason. He's gonna have to work to get back to where he was, just a little bit more. And that sucks because you put in so much work during the summer and the off season, and then you get injured, and then you have to kind of work your way back and your conditioning back. It does kind of suck, but hey, that's life in the NBA, right? But you know what? Despite the fact he went down with that calf strain and he was supposed to be back earlier, was supposed to be minor, at this point of the season, precaution is wiser than risk. And sitting him was the wise decision for sure. You don't want to risk further injury to a player, especially when it's so early in the season. Great choice by Raptors health management to sit him out and let him take his time with his recovery. Now, all in all, I would like to say this. If all pans out, I'm expecting a breakout season from Yuta Watanabe, and I see him being a huge problem for the league. And I see him being a part of our rotation and success moving forward. Not just this season, but for many seasons to come. I love the addition of Yuta Watanabe, and a lesser known fact around the NBA and the league is that Yuta Watanabe is the Toronto Raptors' secret weapon this year. And once he comes back, he is going to impact the game much more than the league or anyone would think, maybe even a lot of us Raptors fans. So let's keep that in mind. Raptors Nation welcomes you, Yuta, with open arms. You are sure to be a fan favorite. Thank you, Japan, for Yuta Watanabe, and we can't wait to see you play. And with that being said, thank you for listening to today's segment. Do like and subscribe to Jurassics and Basketball Zone. I do cover the Raptors on both these channels. Show your support and some love so that we can continue to bring you that dope NBA content. And with that being said, have yourself a wonderful day. Peace.